Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and I'm back with the Bitcoin report this evening, as well as why I buy multiple coins at the same time. Today is actually a good day to actually show an example for you to guys to show and understand why buying multiple coins can actually turn your negative into a positive sometimes. So I just got back from work. Actually, as everywhere, everything is corrupt, including DoorDash. They're trying to take advantage of drivers. I will be making a separate video on the topic specifically. But since they noticed I took 2 long trips, so they started throwing me long distance trips automatically. And on long distance trips, you don't make money at all. You barely break even just on the vehicle expense alone. So yeah, I got pissed off. I was supposed to work till 11 today from 10, so pretty much 13 hours, and I got pissed and I walked off about an hour ago. So here's a situation with crypto. We had the pump yesterday, went sideways overnight. Actually, took retraced quite a bit. Most of the day until a couple hours ago, we were retracing above right here. Then we pushed further down. Market makers only pushed us this far. Everything else, what we see here, is a panic drop. Now, I did a little bit went back on Bitcoin and looked at coins to kind of learn and study traders reality theory on this, and I starting to realize that the charting that this created, I'm not thinking it's actually created by trader reality. They, I think they actually copied this from somewhere. Somebody else is using this and they're actually put their name on it, because we have a lot of candles that has not been as they call it traded candles. I will look more into it, but I actually have a different view and opinion. And if somebody from Trade Reality actually watches this, I would like to actually challenge you guys on this without a doubt, because it's not what you guys think this is. And I will actually put a video on this topic as well and explain why it's not and why what you guys see in here is something completely else. See, in Forex, maybe you guys are right, but not in crypto. Crypto is a little bit a different side. See, in crypto, maybe eventually will become what's actually happening in Forex. And crypto is actually, you have um exchanges like a Binance, which is one of the biggest exchanges, and they actually can manipulate these areas right here, as we have untraded areas, as you guys call it, areas that they'll pull us into. Um, so yeah, we have these areas right here. So let's go back and let's look at the reality. So if they start pulling us back, there's a lot for them to pull us back into. That means we're going back to um, 30,000 at least. And I haven't went for the 30,000 because then I have to go all the way to the left of the chart, which I have not did that. Only did from the last drop we had to 29,000. So Bitcoin dropped. Market makers pull us a little. Right now, it's pushback. I personally believe this pullback the market makers did as they took out, as they either sold the previous purchases or they took shorts because at the end of the day they have to trade the same way we do on one of the platforms. It's either Binance or any other platform out there. But at the end of the day, they have to because coins have to move somehow. So my only question is, who controls the actual charts? Who actually controls the movement? Where are the starting point of the movement of the charts? It cannot be combined of all charts together of all exchanges and then we get the price, because even if it's a combination of all, who actually combines all information together? So that's where all of this is starts. So before we figure out who is actually how is market makers operating and who are they buying from and who they're selling from, we need to actually understand the structure. uh, See, in forex we have the central bank of the world. They're the ones actually controlling the prices. They actually have a special center in Europe who actually handles the whole all of the currency charts. So there's a one central location, and all banks work through that central location. Now, when it comes down to crypto, what is that location? Where is that location? How does that location operate? Does Binance, everybody else, work with that location? Or every single area is independent, and then there's a center where all the data is being collected and then actually then reflected, and everybody looks at it and adjusts the prices accordingly. See, there is a lot of back end information, back end structure that we don't look at. And can I actually even find out that information? I would love if somebody has any input on information to hear it, because I don't even know where to actually even start to look for that information. But that's where it actually starts. And then from there, we figure out who is actually buying what and who's actually selling what and who's selling and buying from whom. So that's start. Like I know, me, I'm buying directly from Binance and customers of Binance. And that's actually what most likely fluctuates the price minus the data they receive from either from a center point or other exchanges. So that's kind of something on the topic I wanted to say. So based until we understand what's happening behind the scenes, I think that information might not be as valid. So based on that, now we did have a little recovery. End of the day, we all know, if you've been watching my videos for the last 2 days, you all know our target is 58,000 by the end of the month, which means we will be recovering. You might say, have you guys sold Slavic? No, I have not sold. Uh, Whereas yesterday we see 180, 170 negative on my portfolio. Today I don't think it dropped below zero, which means, and I have not sold anything. I just added one more coin to my portfolio, which was Alice. So that's about the only change I did. So I believe we continuously going up, even though these two candles right here for the last 2 hours do bother me, and they bother me a lot because they're continuing to come down, continue getting out, which means that we might be setting up the night to continue dropping. So what exactly truly is going on? I'm not sure. Are we gonna drop? And if we are, how much further? I cannot say because I do believe end of the day we are gonna be continuing to rise. Now, if even we are dropping, let me. Where is my mark? pattern. So let's look at this. We're going to do something like this. We have to come back and create an M before we come down. Does that mean this is the bottom of the M? I don't know where's the bottom of the M and where's the center of the M either. But that is the idea even. So that means even if we are dropping, we still will have to come back to the top one more time, which means every single one of you guys, if you guys holding and if you guys in a loss right now, you will have a opportunity to recover. Now, why I say that? If you read the second portion of my can you guys see me? Yeah, yes, you can. Okay, okay, there it is. So here's my Binance account with or my client's account with the coins that have been purchased. So if you guys look at the history of trade history, I believe so, and we look at Wednesday, you guys can see that I purchased those the 23rd and also the rest of them 21st. So 23rd today we purchased Alice, and I added a little bit more of Doge on the 23rd. Everything else I purchased on Saturday. So you guys can see the list of my purchases that I made on Saturday, and I actually made some on Friday, as you guys can see. So those are my purchases right there. And so I have not been selling much of it. As of right now, with where Bitcoin and everything else of where market completely red, I'm still positive $51. I have a couple coins that actually leveled up a little. It's one is Theta, which one leveled up, I believe, on Saturday or Sunday. Theta, which leveled up today, I believe. H bar leveled up either yesterday or today. We have cellular, which I believe leveled up, been leveling up for the last 3 days. Store J leveled up probably today. I remember seeing it being green yesterday. So that allows me to have a positive result. For example, if you have XRP, that means on $500 trade, you're $7 upside down. On a $5,000 trade, you're $70 upside down. So that's where how see until I figure out how to choose coins that actually will perform today and be fantastic results immediately, we have to figure out a way how to compensate by finding coins that most likely will perform today, tomorrow, within the next couple days. And then you pick up a group of coins, and then out of that group of coins, even if only a third of them performed, and then the rest of them stayed at the bottom, you still have a little profit. You waited for a couple more days, more of them performed. If you waited for a week, over 70-80% of those coins will perform within a week as long as we have a positive trend. So a lot of people are like, oh, it's hard to manage multiple coins. Yes, if you're a day trader and you're trying to watch every single candle on a 5-minute chart or a 1-minute chart, yes, it's impossible to manage multiple coins, especially 13 coins is what you guys are seeing right now. But and as you guys can see, each coin is about $500 each. The Alice is the only one that is $100 because I kind of have a feeling Alice might be already at the top. So that's kind of worries me. Do I want to put more money in it or not? But if we are looking at the drop, I will actually add. If I'm in front of a computer, we'll add $400 more and bring her to equal to everybody else. So, so that's the difference. If you have one coin in, compared to having a multiple coins, and all those coins, instead of putting you in a loss, actually brings you into a positive. But as you guys can see, as we continue, some of these coins that actually having losses will actually drag me and pull me into a negative. You're gonna ask me why, Slavic, you're not selling. I've seen as high as $200 already on these coins, and I haven't sold because I'm suspecting it for 58,000 on Bitcoin, which means this collection of coins, when they equal up to what they are supposed to be when Bitcoin is 58,000, I should actually pull out of this account probably $600-700. So why sell at 40? Why sell at 100? Why sell at 200? When my target is around between 500-700 bucks, is to actually pull out of this trade before I actually start making decisions. I want to sell it or I want to actually keep it if we continue going up. Hopefully that made sense on why I will hold multiple coins. Now, second thing, because I hold multiple coins, now it allows me to hold couple days instead of jumping in and jumping out, jumping in and jumping out, going crazy when things going up, when things going down, and trying to figure out the pattern. Because as long as I can have couple coins in green, they'll balance out the coins in red, and I won't be going. Like when I bought this on Friday, and we had a little move down on Friday, I had almost $250 in loss. So I'm asking myself, how much am I uh, willing to actually see myself go in loss before I see them positive? Hey, I said, I'll take it up to 400 or 500 bucks. By Sunday night, I seen it over $200 on the top. Today, it still has not, and today is actually is our first retract since Sunday, and I still has not seen it go below zero, or my wife has not when I was at work. So I can tell you guys, multiple coins, as long as you get it right, as long as you get them as much close to the bottom as possible, you kind of believe that it's the bottom. Close to that 50 AMA based on the training video that I last did, and you give it a couple days, it will stop churning into red, and you can start seeing green. So that's something of my observation based on why I carry multiple coins. Now, another answer to all this: if for whatever reason it is, I want to close all of these coins at once, it takes me about 5 seconds. I hit close all positions, and then I have to just hit confirm because I'm going to get a message. Are you sure you want to close all coins? I have to hit confirm, and within 2 seconds, all coins are sold at market price. Let's say I want to close them at 50%. All I have to do is click 50% on every single one of this and hit market, 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 and all of those coins will go 50% close or 75, 25%. So there is a lot of flexibility and it's not as hard to manage coins unless you are really micromanaging on minute by minute scale. Then yes, one coin is more than enough to actually manage at that point. So yeah, this candle right here bothers me, and let's hope see what actually happens. It actually dragging my account. Just about 15 minutes when I just started air, I was about $90 on unrealized PLV. So probably if this thing continues, we will see probably see negative at this point. Now, why Bitcoin is doing that? As we can see, it's not market makers that pushing it, is actually people themselves. So we actually had some people jump down, was hoping for a ride. As they're not seeing this ride, we broke 50,000. They jumped on, and they're like, it dropped below 50,000. We're getting out. So market makers will have as also as we've seen these red candles, we will start seeing green candles eventually overnight or tomorrow, because market makers have to push the price back over 50,000 in order to start getting people interested in Bitcoin again. And that's a crucial number, 50,000. That's why when we got to this price, market makers did whatever they can. They tried to hold it at 48,000, tried to hold it at 46,000, tried to hold it at 45,000. hoping people will flock in. But people started flocking in at 50,000. They'll see that people are bouncing, falling off, and they will bring the price back into 50,000 to get that flock so they can actually can take advantage of more liquidity. Because at the end of the days, liquidity what makes them more money. So you guys can say what you guys want. Are we crashing this week to the bottom? Anything can happen. But come on, let's be realistic. Is it truly are we crashing? If we are, shouldn't we already be somewhere at 47.6? Somewhere right here by now. So I don't know. Let's see. Time will show, and we will see. But I do not believe. I believe we have a destiny. Watch the video that I show recorded. Is this the head or double head? Definitely go back watch the video. I provided more than enough common sense and argument to argue that it's not most definitely not a head, and it's most likely not a double head. But if it is a double head that we're building the second head, that means 58,000 is the low, 65,000 is the high. Possibility maybe we can go 75 if we have a up angled head. So guys, that is more realistic. But the most biggest realistic, the 65,000 that we had is most likely a shoulder, which means that, or maybe even a hip, which means if that is a shoulder or a hip, we need to go a lot further up. But I am giving possibility that it is a double head because we always have to build an M before we come down. Always. So that means even if we're building head and shoulder, we have to build double head. That means we have to come back up to 65,000 guys. So no matter what Bitcoin does here, target is between 58 to 65 before we start making decision. Is this a head or it's a shoulder? Until then, what's the point panicking? What's the point scaring people off? Yes, people needs to be warned that there is a crash coming, but we do not know when the crash coming. So in the meanwhile, just when you trade, just be careful, be smart, and make smart decisions. And when we start seeing that the crash is imminent, we'll try to warn you. But until then, let's trade. Let's enjoy. Let's enjoy the market. Let's enjoy the freedom. Let's enjoy the money, the possibility of making money. Yeah, that's what I personally believe is what all this should be about. Not about scaring people that crash is imminent and it's happening tonight or it's happening tomorrow morning. So, oh, we have those that's supposed to pump. We have XRP that's supposed to pump. For some reason, Bitcoin pumped. XRP, those still hasn't pumped. XRP pumped a little. But I thought the crash was imminent. We were 7 days away from crash. When we started recovering from 29,000, we were still screaming. We're going to the end. All the way up to 39,000. Here I'm going to show you guys again. See, it Bitcoin pulled us down, and then we start recovering. That's the beauty of multiple coins. So, guys, When crash will come or start coming, we all will see and we all will know. But end of the day, this world's not a fun place to live, but we need to and still enjoy it and live it. Everybody's out there trying to take advantage of us. Market makers here, DoorDash out there, Uber out there. You know what? Show me a great company to work for that actually respects people and respects their employees and doesn't take advantage of. I would like to go work for them. Here's a story with DoorDash today. I get an order for Taco Bell. I pull up to Taco Bell, get the order, but we have to go to the drive-thru, so it depends how big of a drive-thru is. Which in this situation, I only had three cars in front of me, so it hasn't been too bad. I sometimes stayed in Taco Bell line for 20, 30 minutes. This was just perfect, I would say. I pull up to the window, and they give me what is that? Drink out of ice. And I look at the order, and I'm like, yeah, truly. Person ordered probably $3, $4 drink. So the total pay for the ride is $6. So I hit confirm. And I look where it's taking me, and it's taking me from Stanford to Lancaster. So you guys can look up state of Kentucky. Look up where Stanford is. Look up where Lancaster is. It's about 70-mile drive, which is about because of rural roads. It's about 20 miles, 20 minutes plus a ride minimum. So I get to the customer, I dropped off the order, and I'm like, I have to get back to Lancaster. I'm start calculating, it's a 40-minute out on the road. That means it's about 35-mile trip, which was a 35-mile trip. That's about $15 just by the IRS deductions, about $15 just in tax deductions. So let's say I even cut that in half. That's $7 in just in gas and vehicle expense alone. That's you know depreciation of the vehicle, tear and wear, tires, maintenance, and the mileage. All that is a and fuel. That's all cost of the vehicle. So I'm like, $7 is about what is the cost of the vehicle of the me just to do this round trip, and then they and I get paid and I got paid only $6 for this ride. So I'm like, I'm really unhappy with this. As I'm thinking and calculating this in my head, I immediately out of the range was they first should have never sent me a request to begin because I was outside of their region for me to send me a delivery request because they have a kind of a map in the area that they can only do that in, and they send you a message on the app that you're outside of their area, delivery area. So, and I was outside of the delivery area because they just have a small area in Danville that goes all the way down to, I forgot that the town called. Let's look it up on the map. That Google. Come on. Am I out of internet? Does it look like I'm on the web? Oh, I'm missing another. Oh. So here's the address. Here's the map. That's Dalvin. This is about the area where I picked up the drink. This is the Lancaster. And here's Harrisburg. So I draw out here. They pay me $6. Then while I'm here, still actually walking to the car, calculating in my head the cost, I get a request to go to Walmart in Harrisburg, which is somewhere down here, to pick up an order for delivery. So I get paid to drive here for free because car wear and tear, etc. Cost of the vehicle is pretty much swallowed the $6 that they paid me. Then they want me to drive free all the way up to here for free. Let's actually put in some prices. You're gonna pick this location. We can probably look for Walmart. Uh, right there. So yeah, so we identified the Walmart. Now let's go get directions, and we're gonna go and type in Lancaster. So through here, we have 21 miles, 27-minute ride. So they want me to go 21 miles for free, spending 30 minutes on a ride to pick up an order. So the question, who's gonna pay me for the 30 minutes of free ride and 30 minutes of 31 miles of tear and wear on the vehicle? And most of all, if that's a $3 order, if that's a $3 delivery, the question is, is it even worth it? So yeah, I was really not happy. And looks like we have an alarm. So I'm done for today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Good night.